If you've been thinking about a portfolio checkup, but would like to know more about what is included in these sessions, that's reasonable. Just ask for our checkup checklist. It shows you what Steve covers in the checkup and what documents are useful to gather up. Just call 888-99-CHART. That's 888-992-4278. Or if you're there at the computer, just go to investtalk.com and click on Contact Us, and then just tell us that you want the checklist. We'll send it to you by email. Or if you'd like a copy of Steve's special report called Supercharging Your Portfolio, call the same number. That's 888-99-CHART. And thanks for listening to our podcast. Welcome to Invest Talk, 1 hour to help you have a more comfortable retirement. Peter Lynch, one of the greatest mutual fund managers of all times, claims that he got several of his best investment ideas from his wife and children. That's our talking point today on Invest Talk, finding good investment ideas. Stay with us and join in the discussion. This is Invest Talk, dedicated to the idea that you can do better than the average investor. And now, here's your host, Portfolio Manager Steve Peasley.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us again for Invest Talk. We really appreciate it. Now, today we have a little special treat. Jerry Klein is with us, our founder of KPP Financial. He's there, and he's going to willing, wanting, and able.
And I really want you to call him.
Ask any questions you want. We'll be happy to go over them for you. You know, you make the show. We do not. You know, what's interesting to you is what's important. We find all kinds of things interesting, but maybe they're not interesting to you. So your participation is needed. We need to be creative in our investing. We need to be. We're here for this 1 hour to help you achieve better numbers, to try to grow your portfolio. To do that, you have to find creative ways to invest. You have to be creative in what you're going to buy to invest. And we're going to talk about that as our talking point today. Finding investment ideas. How do you do that? It's hard. You know, we work at it every day, all day, even into the evening, at nights, on weekends, because that's what we do. We like doing it. It's something fun. We read, constantly read about corporations, new inventions, new ideas coming down. Jerry and I, that's all we do. We enjoy it. We like it. It's part of what we are. So finding investment ideas is not easy because you have to think. You know, you can read about ABC stock and say, oh, that company looks interesting. But maybe that company isn't interesting. Maybe that company doesn't have the numbers, but maybe another company in that same field does.
You know, it'd be very interesting to find out how the professional thinks. You don't do that unless you ask the question.
Yep. So how do we figure that out? What do we buy? How do we figure out what to buy?
Right.
Now,
what do we look at?
Yeah, that's our talking point today, everybody. So we're going to try to get you involved and try to teach you how to find stocks. It's not just say, oh, it's on the news. Oh, Microsoft's on the news, so I'm going to go buy that.
When it's on the news, I wouldn't even touch it.
Yeah, by the time you hear about it on the news of a new invention or a new software or a new whatever, drug, it's too late. You're too late. You have to be deeper than that. So that's what we're going to do. We're live here, 4 to 5 Pacific time right now. You can call us with your questions or comments. You can also get us your comment to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on our recorded listener line, so you can do that anytime you want. Now, as you know, before today, the Dow was up 7 days in a row, and it was down today. But those 7 days in a row weren't very strong days.
Isn't that interesting? You know, the volume has been pretty stinko.
Yeah.
You see where where they talked about the volume in 5 stocks accounted for 30% of the volume.
Yeah. So what we're saying is, even though the market has moved up, except for today, it was down 30 points or something for the Dow. The Nasdaq was up a couple points, but the volume on the up days is less and less, small. You throw out those huge volume stocks that represent 30% of the trading, and you're looking at very low volume. Where are the buyers? What happens when that happens? Well, it kind of tells Jerry and I that the market is taking a breather. Now, will it pull back? Well, I think it might. No one knows for sure. But that pullback would be a pullback to buy, not to sell.
Yeah, but you got to be positioned for it. I mean, you got to be ready for it when it happens.
Yeah.
You have to know what you're going to buy.
You got to know what you're going to buy. And, of course, you got to have some cash.
And at what price.
That's right. That's right. What you're going to buy, at what price, and you got to have the cash to do it.
Right.
So you got to prepare yourself.
Yeah, so if you're fully invested in a market that looks like it's going to turn down, you're probably better off to sell something.
Sell something. Take some profits.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell all of your stuff. You don't have to even sell all of it one individual position. Maybe sell half. Do something to gather yourself some ammunition for better buying opportunities. So that's what the market's done. It pulled down today. Of course, it's Friday. It's not surprising that it have a little weakness on Friday, of course. But we've had very good, I don't want to say that. That's probably misleading. We had better than expected economic news all week long. Good sales report, 9% increase on existing housing this week. The durable goods report was up 4.9%. However, you take out transportation, it's only up like 1%. But these are better news, much better news than we've been having, but it didn't really push the market that much higher. Did not. So what happens when we get a piece of news that is not so good? What do you think is going to happen? And we'll get one. Trust me, we're going to get one. I don't know what it is, but we'll get one. So we're here live 4 to 5 right now. You can get in right now, ask your questions. This is the Q&A part of the show. We're going to invite you to pitch a stock today. If you give me a stock, me and Jerry, if you give us a stock that we like, we'll give you a free year subscription to our KP Premium newsletter. Okay? But that's later on in the show. 888-99-CHART is the number right now that you can call. That's the direct line, and we're live, 4 to 5 Pacific time. We welcome your questions. Maybe you have a comment. 888-99-CHART. Join us now on Invest Talk.
Weekends are a great time to visit our favorite website, investtalk.com. You can join in our blog, add your views to the buzz, and there are always more than a handful of self-help investing articles linked there on the homepage under Invest Talk Features, and you can even review the week's talking points and hear shows from the past 10 days. It's all there for you on investtalk.com.
888-99-CHART, 888-992-4278. And we're going to go to talk to Timothy in San Anselmo. Is that how you say that?
Correct, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Timothy.
Thanks for calling.
I was going to make a comment on what my investment plan is.
Okay.
What I do, I buy municipal bonds in the secondary market to generate income. Mm-hmm. The income that I generate then goes into 4 different portfolios of non-diversified focused mutual funds. I have a value portfolio, a growth portfolio, a blend portfolio, and an international portfolio. They all get added to every month from the income that's generated from the bonds in the secondary market. I'm well aware of the philosophies behind each of these funds. And like I say, they're all non-diversified focused funds.
Are they no load?
They're all no load. I would
Okay.
expect it, but no load. And this way, market volatility works to my benefit. There'll be periods where the growth portfolio will be up. There'll be periods where the value portfolio will be up, and it just balances out. And the biggest opportunities in the last 2 years to be buying not only municipal bonds in the secondary market, but to be adding to my funds. And
That's a great idea.
Well, that's very good.